this is our very first episode on a new Commander channel we're looking at doing. And I know what you're thinking, another Commander channel. Wow, there's a lot of them. And you're right, but this one is by four buddies who I think we like playing Commander with each other. I hope so. We're doing this.
No,
but is the option.
It's the option. We've been playing for a little bit now as a group, probably 3 to 4 years. We're best buddies, I'd say. We all work together at the same company, which is really fun. So we just played Commander after work most days. And we have some other people that you'll see kind of roped into the channel. We do different gameplay videos. Maybe when we do some more podcasts like this, just some fun, extra behind the scenes. We have an editor. He'll probably pop up every once in a while.
Yeah.
He won't talk. So
flashing a picture of Ty.
he's right there. Alex. Yeah. Alex, you want to kind of talk about you a little bit? And
Yeah, so besides Chase has probably been playing for the second longest in the group here, but I started playing Magic back in 2006 when I was in high school, and then took a long break, sold my collection like everyone else. I have the story of, how much money I lost by selling it at that time, but got back into it when I moved back to Pocatello back in 2017, and started playing Commander with some people at the local LGS, and then I would say I was kind of the patient zero, typhoid Mary that kind of got everyone into working playing.
yeah. I remember like the first week I met Alex at work. He was shadowing me on a Saturday work shift. I remember one of the systems went down, which was really funny because I said nothing ever goes down, and then something went down. But Alex was making up time because he was going to a MagicCon in Las Vegas. And I remember at the time being like,
That's right.
who goes to a MagicCon in Las Vegas? Like, what is this? I have no idea.
2018, that was a good one.
And slowly, Alex, I remember, would just always ask, you guys want to go play Magic? You want to play Magic? The first couple times I played, I did not ever think I'd keep playing Magic. It was so complicated. And
I gave you Edgar. You had to keep playing.
I know. And then he gave me snakes on a plane. And that was the whole thing about it was just puking out snakes. It's the
Cyrus, the Withering Storm.
Yes, throw that card up there, editor. You know what to do. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to keep playing Magic. And then Alex just got his little magic claws into me, I guess. And now I'm hooked forever. So
Yeah, you're driving the thing half the time now.
I know.
Mine was growing up, I had a 30-minute bus ride every day. So it's kind of, we got into almost a little bit of everything. We had Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Magic cards, everything. So that's kind of when I first started. I played like standard and just the basics. And then over time, I got rid of everything. And then in college, another buddy you'll probably see on this channel, we started playing, and he introduced me to Commander, and that's basically put the needle in. And
Don't tell me that was Justin. It was with his little, Ziploc bags and doesn't use screen or deck protectors or stuff like that. So
it was interesting because I only played 1v1, so I built a lot of Commander decks that were meant 1v1, so very like Voltron-y, and then now we play with a group, and all those decks are. I just threw them out. It's not worth it.
No, good.
it's something.
I got started essentially the same way as Tyson, where I show up to work and getting to know the team, and Alex says, hey, do you want to play Magic after work? And I said, sure. So we're in the break room. He's teaching me how to play Magic, and I'm like, what? I do what to tap this to do? And
Jacob loves board games, so he found
I do love board games, and so this one it's very intriguing. But back then, Alex was very generous. He was very generous. Yes. He was the Sherpa saying, okay, you shouldn't do that. You should do it this way first to do that. Now, he pulls no punches. No. So we graduated, and he just says, you can fend for yourself and stop me if you can.
What's the hardest thing when you first learned how to tap your lands for like casting a spell? The hardest thing I remember was Alex trying to teach me, okay, the color identity, yes, you have to tap a land that matches that. then you also have to pay the number next to it. And I was like so confused by that. I was like,
Do I pay the number?
with what?
What are you
I was
talking
like,
about?
how do I pay the other? Like, what? Is there a land that makes a number? Like, this is 2. Where's my 2 land? But that took me forever to get for some reason.
It's funny to think back to when we started and the pieces of the game that we struggled with.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, whatever. But now we struggle with, okay, now what goes on the stack when? How does it resolve?
Yes.
Catching triggers and everything.
Yeah, all
We're figuring out who's the problem.
all threat assessment, threat assessment.
It's always.
What's the saying you guys have? I'm never out till I'm out.
Yeah, Alex is not out of the game unless he has 0 life and is no longer.
Or 0 cards.
Yeah.
He had 4 cards left in his deck, and he's still
Found
found
an
it.
answer.
Oh man, that was the first time I think you learned, Chase, not to keep it alive.
I was like, what are you doing? Don't kill me. Kill Alex.
I didn't need you, so.
You did it until you did.
Oh, reminiscing about past games and
It's fun.
the memorable ones.
I think that's like kind of gets into the next thing of why we keep playing it. But I think we still will always talk about different moments while we're playing of whether it's Chase the first time he mills everybody out with his mill deck that he had to show everybody. He said, "This is the fun deck. Let me play this deck." And you're just sitting there going, "Oh, that was a good card. That's a pretty good card. It's gone too."
It's all in my graveyard now.
Oh man,
Prove that gives me that.
every night. And then it's like Alex will have just like some crazy play out of left field where you're just like, this guy's done for. There's no way. And it's that top card. Like you never know. Hardened cards, right? That's
right.
Oh, there's
There's one card in this entire deck, and it's this one.
Yes.
But it's like the really fun memories that I think we have all playing.
We've now gotten into the deck building. Some of us more than others. I'm more of, okay, give me a pre-con, let me upgrade the pre-con. Give me a framework to work around where some people are just starting scratch and really diving in. But I like looking for the new interactions and stuff. Tyson builds a lot of interactions. Like he loves doing all the different things. And I feel like I'm still more on I like the big stompies, like let me cheat something really big in for free and try to smack you with it, you know what I mean? Less interaction just because I don't like all the complicated stuff, but it really comes down to the social event, whether it's playing Commander or we're heading over to the game store to get to the new pre-release and watch Chase win the whole thing,
First time going. Another memory of Chase winning his first pre-release and us being like,
Won a box.
Yeah.
Well, yes, yeah.
pretty sure
And
I'm
we got-
for 6
Yeah.
pre-releases.
It was great because he won the box and then we did a whole nother draft. It's the social aspect for me is you guys can build the decks, I'll show up with mine or I'll borrow someone else's deck and it's there for the social. We're hanging out with friends, having fun interactions and fun banter, and that's what we look forward to, or at least what I look forward to.
Little salt. Little salt.
I feel like we've gone past the real salty moments.
Sometimes.
Yeah, for me, I'll definitely echo Jacob. Like, I enjoy the social aspect of the game. Like, I played, more competitive back when there were PPTQs, RPQs, and tried to do some of that. But in 1v1, it's just not as fun. I mean, I have no one else to hit. It's like, it's not personal. You're the only opponent I have. But I do love the politics of the game and trying to figure out how I can convince someone that that's a threat and not my board. And, like, get them to use their removal and I can keep mine for later, So the different aspects of that. And I also enjoy, for a while I was the arch enemy. Just, Tyson's kind of taken over that mantle. He plays Sauron, the Dark Lord. So, he's a big baddie. So, but, just fighting through resistance and being like, man, they all use their removal, they use their stuff on me, but I fought through and won, and just that sense of satisfaction.
The goal is always to beat Alex. And then remove Alex and then we'll win.
Yeah, you have a phrase for that, right? You remove somebody, that's only you and that other person.
No, how does gentleman's game?
Yeah, it's not a gentleman's game.
Still gonna be challenging.
Or my other phrase is just let me kill Tyson and then we can you guys. Yeah. So what keeps you playing, Chase?
The enjoyment, really, because at the end of the day, I don't care to win unless I'm milling, and then I'm like, I want to win by milling. My favorite part about it is everyone's like, okay, 10 cards, okay, that's no big deal. But then they start looking at the deck and like, oh, it's halfway gone. That's scary. And then it gets down to 20 cards, you're like,
beat the sweat, start going.
Yeah. Oh no, I gotta kill this Chase guy.
Yeah, the fear that slowly creeps in. It's like, can't play that card because I draw too many cards. This is an issue. But
I might sometimes reach for the one with my, shuffle back in card, It's like, oh no, I have a Titan in here, an Ulamog, and it just shuffles back in.
What did that old Frozzy get?
But I do enjoy just hanging out with everybody. I don't care to win. I want the games to be fun and enjoyable. I've actually tore some decks apart because I was like, this is competitive kind of thing. Like it was me. And then when everybody played it, it's like, oh, it's not that fun. So I've kind of gotten rid of that and been more of, I just want everybody to enjoy things.
Yes. Yeah, I think some of the feel bad moments that a lot of people I think have playing Magic too is somebody gets mana screwed or they get their mana flooded. Thank you, Alex. And you're just kind of sitting there watching them not doing anything. And I think those are kind of some feel bads of when you get some new players in there or somebody you haven't played with in a long time, and you just sitting there and watching them, and you're like, I don't know if I'm really having a good time. So I like that aspect of that, Chase, that you kind of moved away from I'm trying to win the game to I'm just trying to have a good time. There's times where we're playing pretty casual and somebody's missing a land. And it's like, just go find a land. Like, we don't want you to sit there and watch everybody play for another hour if that's not fun for anybody. And that's really, I think, the fun part about Commanders, playing with a group of guys that you know, and you're just cracking jokes, having a good time, hanging out for a couple hours, and then back to real life afterwards.
Even during real life, you'd be sitting there at work and somebody would be like, hey, what's that card look like? Or have you seen this? And then you turn around and be like,
we're here talking about. We gotta get this project done.
The amount of times I say one card, like a couple lines of a card, because me and Chase, I swear we get on a kick of, we start building the same color decks. And I'm like, Chase, have you heard of this card before? And Chase will like spin around in his chair and he's like, are you talking about this card? Because I looked at that card for this deck. And I'm like, are we building the same decks?
To each become best friends.
We should become best friends. Me and Chase, I find we play very similar, just a little bit different, but the colors are typically about the same. So
yeah, what colors do you guys usually run?
I really love Grixis. Anything with like black in it is super fun for me. I like Graveyard.
Explain what Grixis is, because I don't either of these memorize.
Grixis is blue, red, and black, and really a lot of my decks have black in them. I love the color black. I think using life as a resource, getting the graveyard, you're sacrificing something to get more power, and I think that's really fun to play. It's like one of my favorite colors, but the blue for some counterspell, some draw, and then like the red, you're a little bit more aggressive. You might have some things that kind of pop up out of nowhere, and Grixis has really been one that it's hard for me to stay away from it because I keep looking at commanders that are those colors, and I'm like, that'd be really fun to build.
Yeah, if I had a big favorite color combination, I'd say I go for the Teamer Wedge, which is blue, red, green. And so one of my favorite decks, obviously, is Miram, the copy dragons. And then I have a Xenagos, big beady stomper deck, which is cool. So I like dropping big creatures and just. My favorite thing about a good deck is it can threaten to win out of nowhere in 1 or 2 turns, where it's just like, oh, it's not that much of a threat. And all of a sudden it's like 2 pieces, and not combo pieces, not like, infinite combos, but just big, like, oh, you just died. Like, I think my favorite memory is killing you the first time you played Spell Table and you were at like 42 life, and I played a Malignus.
Yeah.
And then I doubled his power with Xenagos and gave him trample and said goodnight.
That was a little incorrect because it was 41 life, but yes, I still died. If you remember, he sued me for 42 is what it was. And I was like, man, I got a good game plan. And I remember very vividly, I said, hey, Alex, take this little free 2 fiasco. And Alex was like, you sure you want to do that? And I was like, yeah, why not? Nobody thinks they're dying on turn 5 at 41 life. And then, yeah, I got smoked.
My colors are blue and black. Dimir, that's most of my decks are that. I run out of lands of those colors and everything like that. So I'm like, oh, I need more of these. But if I was going to more colors, it's Grix. I like adding that red into it. But every deck I have is usually blue and black, and then maybe a splash of the other colors. What pulled me to the blue and black was I like the tricksy stuff with some of the decks. Like ninjas were blue and black kind of colors. So you would tap something and then ninjutsu in, and people did not know, or which they realized.
Take the one. I'll take this.
I don't know if I have a specific color combination that I specifically like. There are some commanders that I've I have a mono white angel deck that I really enjoy playing. I've got a Rakdos deck. Actually, I have multiple Rakdos decks. If I had to pick, I like red just because of how aggressive it is. I feel like for me, I want more of an aggressive deck. But I also have some blue and green cards, or blue and green commander decks that give you a lot of ramp and whatnot. And I don't know. I feel like I haven't settled on I'm always building this type of deck.
Yeah, you got your Foxglove decks, which kind of leads into what you talked about of cheating big things in. So you got the band there, you got blue white.
I do like the band. I love my band deck right now, so that one's really fun to play. So yeah, Foxglove is really fun. But anyway, this channel we're starting, like Tyson said at the beginning, that we're just a group of guys. We're having fun. We've got an extended friend group that we like getting big events together and doing multiple pods. And we've been told multiple times that the banter and the politicking is what is the funnest part. Like we've said, it's the social aspect. And we really kind of wanted to just share that. For me, that's why I want to be part of this channel, is we have such a good time. We have some really funny interactions with decks and junks and everything around the table. And really it comes down to, hey, if we're having a lot of fun, let's share how much fun we're having.
Yeah, for me, it's the social aspect. And, as we started the channel, we started to try and do some videos and getting lighting and cameras right and everything. And it is a lot different than just sitting down and playing a game, because you have to have an entertaining content. You can't have 20 board wipes in a 3-hour game as well. We're learning some different things. So I'm excited for kind of the
3-hour
challenge. The challenge of trying to learn how to play a little differently and, build decks differently and more single target removal and things that, we're not out here trying to get sponsorships, although Dragon Shield listening.
We're not. Yeah, we're not opposed to it.
But, it's just exactly what Jacob's saying, is just sharing the love of Magic and the friendship that we have and just the good times. And, my wife was the one, when she heard us playing over at my house, was like, you guys are really funny. You're hilarious when you're playing. You guys should do a YouTube channel. And so it was kind of the basis of it.
Hopefully you guys think we're funny. Yeah, we think we're funny, I guess, but
we at least laugh a lot.
Yeah, we do laugh a lot when we play. For me, I kind of like being able to kind of show a game that I did not know anything about growing up. I was not big into card games. I was not big into board games. I played sports my whole life. And so for me, when I got into this other hobby, I can shuffle up and play with these guys and even go talk to new people who they've never played it before. We try to get people at work who they've heard of Magic, but they've never really played Magic. And I think that's the fun part about playing it, is seeing new people kind of get into the fold. When Alex showed me, I was like, there's no way I'm going to keep playing this game. And now we're out here making a channel about it.
You guys are spot on. That's everything here. It's just, even late at night, it'll be 9 o'clock and we'll hit everybody up and be like, do you guys want to play a game? And it's like, yes.
Even getting people on spell table, even though it's not in person, it's still just having some fun conversations and interacting with people and cracking jokes.
And people get in different points in their life where they move out, they're not here, they can't do a local, but it's something good to just reach out and be like, hey, jump on. Good to see them face to face for a bit.
Yep.
And see.
We're going to wrap it up here. We don't want to be too long. I know it probably went a little longer than we thought, but we hope that whoever's watching this, you enjoy our content, you enjoy the gameplays. We'll probably have some more podcasts, talk about different things we like, but we are excited to bring some content to the masses, even if it's 10 people or maybe 100,000 one day. We are very excited.
Bye.
See you, Sadie.
Yay!
Chase, I don't know how to turn this off.